People love talking about crypto, ETFs, and the next big thing, but almost nobody wants to talk about the boring steps that actually build wealth. And skipping those steps? That's how you stay broke while feeling productive. Here's something that drives me crazy. People invest in the stock market while carrying credit card debt at 20 to 25% interest. Think about that. They're hoping for a 7 to 10% return while guaranteed losses are quietly destroying their finances in the background. That's not investing, that's self-sabotage. It's like trying to fill a bucket with holes in the bottom. You can pour in as much water as you want, but it keeps leaking out. That's exactly what investing looks like when you ignore debt, emergencies, and taxes. And yet, most people do this without ever questioning it. Let's start with a reality check. About 1 in 3 adults has no emergency fund at all. The median emergency savings is around $500. That's less than most monthly car payments. And these same people are asking whether they should buy individual stocks or invest in crypto. That's like asking if you should buy a Ferrari when your current car won't even start. Before you invest a single dollar, you need stability, not excitement. And stability starts with an emergency fund, not because it makes you rich, but because it prevents you from becoming poor. An emergency fund isn't just money for emergencies, it's psychological protection. When life throws you a surprise medical bill or a broken car, that fund keeps you from panicking. And panic is what forces people to sell investments at the worst time or fall into high-interest debt. Forget vague advice like save 3 to 6 months. Start small. Save your first $1,000, then build up to 1 month of expenses, then 3, step by step. Research shows that even a few $1,000s dramatically improves financial well-being, not because it's a huge amount, but because it changes how people behave. Once that foundation is in place, it's time to deal with the real enemy of progress, high-interest debt. Any debt charging more than roughly 8% needs to go, credit card debt especially. Carrying it while investing is like trying to run uphill with a backpack full of bricks. Paying off high-interest debt is a guaranteed return. If your credit card charges 22%, every dollar you use to pay it down earns you a risk-free 22%. That's better than almost any long-term market return. No hype, just math. The most efficient strategy is the debt avalanche method. Pay the minimums on everything, then throw every extra dollar at the highest interest rate first. It's not the most emotional strategy, but it saves the most money. Now here's the one exception that breaks the rules. If your employer offers a retirement match, you take it, even before finishing debt payoff. Employer matching is free money, often a 50% or even 100% immediate return. Nothing else comes close. Contribute only enough to get the full match, not more, not less. Grab the free money, then go right back to killing high-interest debt. Just make sure you understand the vesting rules, especially if you don't plan to stay long-term. Once debt is gone and the match is secured, you enter the tax optimization phase. This is where most people mess up. They rush into taxable accounts while ignoring powerful tax advantage tools designed to grow wealth faster. Your next step is an IRA. Why before adding more to your 401k, control and fees? IRAs usually offer better investment options and lower costs. Over decades, even a 1% fee difference can cost you tens of thousands of dollars. Then comes the question everyone overthinks. Traditional or Roth? Do you pay taxes now or later? If you're early in your career, Roth often makes sense. If you're at peak income, traditional might be smarter. And if you're unsure, split contributions and diversify your tax risk. If you have access to an HSA, this is where things get powerful. HSAs offer triple tax benefits, deductible contributions, tax-free growth, and tax-free withdrawals for medical expenses. No other account does that. The real power move. Pay medical expenses out of pocket, invest the HSA, and keep the receipts. You can reimburse yourself decades later, completely tax-free. After age 65, it even functions like a traditional retirement account. Only after maxing these accounts do you return to your 401k. At this point, you're shielding massive amounts of money from taxes and letting compound growth do the heavy lifting. And finally, taxable accounts. This is where everyone wants to start, and yes, they matter. They offer flexibility, early retirement options, and estate planning benefits. But used too early, taxes quietly destroy your returns. So here's the order almost nobody follows: emergency fund, high-interest debt, employer match, IRA, HSA, max the 401k, then taxable investing. Do the boring work first, and you win the game everyone else is playing.